All right, watch nerds. Here is another unboxing of one I've wanted for a while, but I figured, oh, it was too much of a pain in the ass to get because you can't get it here in the States. Well, they don't sell it in the States. You have to go to the Japanese market to get it. It is a JDM model of a Seiko. The model number is the SBSC009. You can get one here that has a black dial, but I wanted the one with the white dial and orange GMT handles because it is basically Seiko's homage, their version, if you will, their interpretation of the Rolex Explorer II Arctic dial. It's probably the only, I mean, maybe I would get an Oyster Perpetual 41, but if I was going to get a Rolex, it would either be that or the Arctic white Explorer II. Those are the only two watches that honestly even remotely interest me from Rolex. Before I get into the watch thing, I bought it from these guys. Where was it? shoppinginjapan.net. Very cool company to deal with. I ordered this on Thursday afternoon. It is now Tuesday. It got here from Yokohama, Japan in 5 days, including over, weekend time. And the shipping was like $26 or something like that. It was very, very affordable. Don't know how they're making money getting it from there to here in that amount of time. But I will tell you, I order a lot of stuff. Pool supplies, motorcycle stuff, knives, watches, vitamins, every kind of shit from Amazon and places like that. And typically, and this is going to sound like an exaggeration, it's not. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, right around 20-25% of everything that I order from Amazon shows up late, or they actually occasionally lose it. 20 to 25%. 1 out of 4, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, 1 out of 5 items that I order from Amazon shows up late. It doesn't matter if it's an Amazon driver, if it's UPS or FedEx. They're just absolutely atrocious. And I have a new Amazon distribution center 2 miles from my house, and they still fuck it up. These guys got me the watch from Yokohama, Japan, literally on the other side of the world, right on time. In fact, it showed up a little bit early. So outstanding, great job for these guys, great job for DHL. I have really good luck with DHL when I've had to order from overseas. They are just so much better than the US carriers that just don't seem to give a shit. So before we get into the watch, just wanted to give them a plug. First time I've ever ordered from them, they sent me some snacks. I guess this is like Japanese trail mix. I don't know what any of this says, although I could probably use Google Lens. I do see that it has little dried fishes in it. I'm a little skeptical of this, but I will give that a try later on. And after ordering one item from them, I have a $30 gift certificate. So I'm gonna give that one to my wife. And then they sent me a Japanese postcard. I don't know what it says. I don't know. It's just kind of cool. Anyway, that's what it is. My experience so far, we're probably like 3 friggin' minutes into this, 3.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started with the review. So here is what I done bought myself. So this is a Seiko automatic. I'm going to guess that the instructions, are they in English? No, they are not, which is probably what this is explaining to me. Hey, regarding your owner's manual, you got to go down, because this is, again, only meant for the Japanese market. Not just, oh, it's Europe or it's, doesn't go to the US. It's specifically for them only. So there we have that. And cool. And then there's like a warranty card, I guess, in here for me to go in and register. All right, they've already filled it out and registered my warranty for me. So I've got all that. So this is a legit brand new. Oh, let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. I'm hoping it's as cool as I hoped it would be. Never seen one in the white up close, so I kind of bought this on faith. Very nicely packaged. Nice little cloth. Comes on a little pillow. It's a little bit small, but I knew that. It's a 39.9. It is going to be on the lower end for me to wear a watch that size. But if it's that or 12 grand, if I can even find the Rolex, you know what? I'm going to own this for now, and it's going to be a placeholder for at some point when I can afford or justify spending that kind of money on a Rolex. So what do we got in here? We have all of our packaging. Everything's all protected nice. We've got our exhibition case back. I'm going to run through the specs in a moment and then slap it on my wrist, even though I do have to size this. So let me just finish getting all this stuff off, all the protective. I know that since they updated this model, they went to nice solid bracelet, solid end links, Jubilee style, or Jubilee-ish style, I should say. Very cool. All right, let's go through the specs. Model number, SB, S is in Sam, B is in boy, S is in Sam, C is in Charlie, 009. That is the model. It's Japan only. It is an automatic movement. It uses the 4R34, which is a decent GMT movement. It's out of their field sports style. I think it's technically part of their 5 series. Accuracy, 30 seconds or so a day. I mean, they give a higher rating than it really should be. They're saying 45 seconds a day. I've never seen any reviews showing it to be that inaccurate. But for the price range, it is what it is. It is all stainless steel in a silver color with a white face, as you can see. The orange hand is for the GMT time. Let's see, it does have hardlex, so that is the one thing, but you know what? A lot of Seikos come with hardlex and it doesn't seem to be a problem. So would I prefer sapphire? Yeah. Is it a little bit disappointing that you can get sapphire on watches costing a lot less? Kinda. I really wish that, Seiko would just get with the times, but whatever, it does work. Water resistance is 100 meters, although it is not a screw down crown. You can self-wind it. I guess that means it has hacking because it stops the second hand. I'll have to go through the instructions and play with it to set the time for the GMT and all of that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. You've got a nice stainless steel bracelet. It is stamped rather than it being milled, which again, I have Citizens and some other brands, and certainly some of the homage brands coming out of China, you can get those kind of things. But again, as a tool watch, it's utilitarian, it works. Nice solid, and you got that secondary, so that should not, under any circumstances, be popping open on you. We'll go and do some close-up shots here. It's a very nice looking watch. What am I wearing today, by the way? We have our exquisite Cuervo y Sobrinos Churchill. So in fact, there's a picture of Churchill on the back there on the exhibition case back. Lovely watch, one of my favorites. Let's see, I could buy, 15 of these for the price that I paid for that, or 12 of these or something. These are like 5 Gs, so a little bit up the food chain from here. But let's go ahead and try it on. I'll have to figure out how many links. I assume these are just simple push pin style that you can use your little pin pusher for. It's a little on the small side for me, but you know what? I really like the design, so I'm gonna wear it. It's beautiful looking. Hopefully those little Jubilee links don't grab and pull on arm hair, although I've read that they're pretty good, but we'll find out. Very nice watch. Very nice. I think that's going to work well. Did I pay a little bit more? Because I could have gotten, let's see, what did I pay? $425 for this thing plus shipping and tax and shit? Yeah, $428 right now. And I'll put a link to the website for shopping in Japan. We'll give them a free plug. The black version, black dial with I think a red hand, we do have here at Tripp & Company, my local watch dealer, and probably elsewhere you can find them. And that looks nice, but I don't know. It just, there's something about the white and the orange. It just, to me, looks that much more luxury. It looks that much more nice. That's what I like. Everybody's got black face dials and blue and green, and I've got some red now. But that white with the orange, with the silver and the non-rotating bezel, really, really nice. But the only critique I've seen that I would agree with on this is on the dial itself. I would love to see this in a 42 instead of 39.8. Would love to see it at the size of the Rolex. But we're talking $11,000, $11,500 cheaper. So I'm willing to make some concessions, right? It would be nice if they had not put you got your regular numerals 1 through 12, and then you've got your 24-hour time. Well, yeah, for military time. And then you've got the bezel out here for the GMT. It's nice to say, okay, well, 2 o'clock is 1400 hours. I mean, it's good information to know if you had to give somebody that time. But when you see the numbers there, which is actually closer to the GMT hand, the orange hand, and then you have out, you know, the numbers on the outside, which is the actual GMT time. To me, it's kind of like, it would be nice if you just did one or the other, right? I would prefer to have it on the outer bezel and just clean up and make the white there just a little less busy with a little less numbers. But that was the direction they chose to go into. So feels really nice. It feels solid. I like the exhibition case back. It looks nice. It's a decent movement, especially in that price range. Really, the only knock on this would be it would be nice if they made a larger model, but it is what it is. I knew that going in. And it would be nice if there was what was I going to say? I don't even remember. Oh, and it had that, some of those numbers gone. Take off that inner, not the big numbers, but the little ones there, take those off. However, you know, you've got a nice, really good viewable date with no cyclops. So for people that do like smaller watches, some people aren't going to like the 43s or 44, whatever this is. I love it. It looks great on my wrist because I'm a tall guy. So it's less about how thick my wrists are. My wrists aren't that thick. They're only 7.3 inches. But I have really, really long arms. And so small watches take up such a... It's not how it looks this way on a thick wrist. It's how it looks this way when it's such a little piece compared to the length from my wrist, you know, to my hand, to my elbow. To me, it doesn't look proportional. A wider watch has a better proportion, but I can make it work. It's a really nice looking watch. Very well executed, nice brush finish. I'm gonna stop talking in a second. We're gonna go over just some close-up shots where I'll hold it still and you can pause it and hopefully get a really good look at it. So let's go ahead and do that. We have got the face. Should be able to zoom in and see, pause it right there and see that really well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the crown, which is just a basic crown, no real fancy adornment or anything like that. If you want to put a NATO strap or something on there, you know, having the drilled lugs does make it really easy to take your tool and push the pin in and take it out without going underneath and kind of scratching stuff. I like that. Let's see if we can get it to zoom in on the back here. You can see the movement. We'll do a loom check. Did I bring my flashlight up here? Shit. I think the flashlight's still downstairs. Come on, focus. There we go. I think that looks really good. Shot of the bracelet. Clasp, which has really nice secondary security there. And we've got 4 micro adjusts. So I'll have to figure out how many links I'm going to have to take out, just simple push pins, and then you can adjust the rest there. So when you do that, move this into one of those positions, one of the inner 2 positions, and then adjust it as good as you can by there. And that allows it, if you're in the summer months when you're cold, your body kind of contracts a little bit. You can tighten it up one and have it still not be floppy. But then if you're retaining water in the summertime or you put on weight, you can go, you know, don't adjust it and take your links out based on either end of the extreme. Put your adjustment, your micro adjust somewhere in the middle, and then remove the links. Just a little tip. All in all, fantastic little watch. We're going to look forward to wearing this. I'm going to put this on and put this one back in the watch case. It is a automatic, so I did have to go and break out my other, whatchamacallit, my, gotta stop saying whatchamacallit. I'm always stumbling for words because I don't script these things out. But I'm not a professional reviewer. It's just something I do. But my 6 watch winder was full, so luckily I got a single watch, so I'll just throw it in that. Single watch winder. Beautiful little watch. Less to say about it. I mean, there's the specs. There's my impressions. It's what it looks like. The buying experience was great. The finishing is top-notch. It's a Seiko. Seiko usually does a really good job on fit and finish and just putting their watches together. The only thing you could say is, again, get rid of the hardlex and go to sapphire. If watches half the price have sapphire, certainly Seiko could have sapphire. But there must be a reason why they do that. Not sure what it is. In any case, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, and we'll talk to you all later.